Well, there was no thunderstorm here in Indianapolis, but a few minutes ago, lightning struck 6 people. The new National FFA officer team elected here at the 85th National Convention. We are about to meet them and get better acquainted with them. And we begin with the Vice President for the Southern Region. This is Wiley Bailey from Alabama. Wiley, or Mr. Vice President, congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's an honor and privilege to be here, and I'm just overjoyed right now and excited and can't wait to see what comes.
We were just talking with past officers about when they decided they wanted to make the run. When did you make that decision?
Well, I'll tell you, I was in the 6th grade, and I met my first national officer, and I wasn't an FFA member yet, but I was at the State FFA Convention, and he was talking to a big group of people, but he made time to come talk to me, and that was so cool to me that he thought that much to come talk to me. And at that moment, I said, I'm going to be a national officer someday because I want to do that for some kid.
So tell me about your life in Alabama, where you live, and what you're doing at the moment.
All right. Well, I'm a junior at the university at Auburn University in Alabama. I'm a banjo picker. My family has a gospel bluegrass band. I'm also a licensed minister, so I do a lot of speaking around at home and whatnot. I just love life, love my friends, and this is overwhelming right now.
And your SAE?
I was raised on a cattle farm, primarily at Black Angus. Also, a pretty big okra operation down in Alabama my family runs, and so mainly cattle and okra.
And finally, your FFA advisor, we want to give credit.
Well, he's the apple don't fall too far from the tree. He's a great man. He's my daddy. Wiley Bailey is my advisor. He was my advisor all the way through high school. I couldn't be here without him. I can honestly say that.
Finally, your major at Auburn. What are you planning to do?
I'm in agriculture communications. I would love to enter the industry and do maybe sales or PR or marketing, but also have an end goal to be a pastor one day of a church, and I think that's what I'm going to do with my life.
Congratulations, Wiley Bailey from Florida. He is the Vice President for the Southern Region. Now we go to the next region, the Western Region. Vice President joins us, Lindsay Anderson from California. Where in California? And tell me what you do there.
I'm from a small town called Escalon, California, which is right by Modesto, about an hour south of Sacramento. I am currently attending Modesto Junior College, a small junior college in the region, and I'm currently majoring in ag business, animal science, and ag sales and marketing.
You have a background on a farm?
I raised market swine growing up with my family, about 200 head. From there, we sold out before I entered high school, so never really got the credit in FFA, but definitely carried on my experiences in that area.
So did you ever show swine in the show ring?
Absolutely. From 9 until 19, I showed every year 2 hogs, including breeding as well.
And your major in college, what are you planning to do?
When I transfer to a 4-year university, I plan on majoring in agriculture economics.
And what kind of a career would that take you to?
I plan on actually returning to Modesto Junior College and begin teaching agriculture education at that level.
Good for you, because teachers have such an opportunity to affect and influence people. And speaking of that, your FFA advisor is who?
Absolutely. I owe my success to my agriculture teachers, Jennifer Terpstra, Stacy Ingalls, and Bruce Campbell.
Congratulations. You're looking toward a very exciting year.
Yes, thank you very much. Looking forward to it with the rest of our team.
From California, that is our Western Regional Vice President, Lindsay Anderson. Now we go to our Eastern Regional Vice President, FFA. This is Jonelle Futrell from the state of Kentucky. Congratulations, Jonelle.
Thank you so much, sir. It's an honor to be here.
How surprised were you?
Oh, I was in complete shock. I know whenever they called Kentucky, I had to look around and see if there was someone else running, if that really was my name. I was so ecstatic and just blessed to be able to come up on that stage.
Talk to me about what you do in Kentucky and what you have been doing and what you want to do.
Sir, I am a student at the University of Kentucky, and I'm enrolled in an agriculture education major, and I'm so excited to be able to hopefully pursue a career in agriculture education and change members and students' lives.
Did you grow up on a farm?
I did. I live on a small row crop farm in Philpott, Kentucky, right outside of Owensboro. But my primary SAE is in agriculture education.
So you want to be a teacher?
Yes, sir, and I can say that's because of my 3 advisors, Mr. Jason Smith and Chad Askins and Craig Howard back at Davis County FFA. They're amazing men.
And when did you make the decision to run for national office?
Oh, it's really just a whole lot of instances coming together, and the passion and the influence you can see from conventions and the connections that these national officers build with students and with members. And when they started building those relationships with me, I knew that's what I wanted to try and do.
Congratulations, Jonelle Futrell from Kentucky. You are the Eastern Region Vice President, joining us here at the 85th National FFA Convention. We now move on to Vice President of the Central Region. That takes us to the state of Nebraska. Brennan Costello. Brennan, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited for this opportunity.
How excited were you out there? Did you hear your name at all, or did you just hear Nebraska?
Pretty much just Nebraska. It was very exciting. I'm very honored and privileged to get to serve this organization.
Tell me about home in Nebraska.
I'm from Gothenburg, Nebraska. I was raised on a small acreage north of Gothenburg, where we raise sheep and chickens and rabbits and kids. And I work for a farmer named Britt Anderson, where he owns a row crop operation and cattle farm.
Your SAE then probably covered a variety of different species.
Well, it was mostly sheep, showing sheep and raising sheep. And I worked for Britt Anderson on his farm, where I learned a lot about life as well as agriculture.
And what about education and plans for the future?
Currently attend the University of Nebraska at Lincoln. I'm a sophomore student majoring in agribusiness, and I'm really excited to go into the industry and to serve agriculture.
So it's going to be your lifetime career.
Definitely. I have a passion for agriculture, and that was instilled in me at a young age, and I look very forward to working in it.
And when did you decide to run for national office?
I don't know if it was ever a single moment, but seeing the national officers through my time as an FFA member, the caliber of people that they are and the influence that they have, made me want to be in the ranks of them as well. And I'm very excited to serve with members this year.
Congratulations, Brennan Costello from the state of Nebraska. Brennan is the Central Region Vice President. So now we have met the 4 regional vice presidents. Now we get to the 2 final officers. One, the secretary, and we meet Kaylee Hall from the state of Georgia. Congratulations, Kaylee.
Thank you very much. It is such a blessing to be here.
And tell me about your home in Georgia and what you do there.
I'm from Carnesville, Georgia, in the northeast part of the state, about 30 miles north of Athens. I grew up there on a diversified crop and livestock farm with a poultry operation, some commercial cattle, and a hay operation as well with my family and my sister Cassie. And it was a wonderful place to grow up and experience agriculture firsthand.
So how many different SAEs did you have as an FFA member?
Well, my SAE was primarily through swine production, raising, showing, and selling market swine and breeding gilts, as well as some commercial cattle, and then I conducted some agri-science experiments as well to enhance those management practices for my production SAEs.
And who gave you help as your FFA advisor?
My FFA advisors were Ms. Krista Steinkamp, Mr. Gary Minyard, Mr. Owen Thomason, and Mr. Kel Watkins.
And what do you ultimately want to do?
Ultimately, I would love to serve as a middle school agricultural education teacher and FFA advisor, investing in those students at such a critical point in their lives.
Have you experienced that from your FFA advisors, I would guess?
Yes, sir, I sure have. It has been such an incredible opportunity to be able to go through FFA at Franklin County and have those advisors to meet you early in the morning and late at night, and to just invest so much time during school and outside of school beyond FFA and just into life.
Now you're the secretary. Congratulations, Kaylee Hall.
Thank you very much.
All right. That brings us to the president. And we're about to meet the new national president of the National FFA organization. This is Clay Sapp from the state of
Florida.
Congratulations, Mr. President. And are you over the lightning strike yet?
It's been quite a whirlwind, but I'm quickly catching up to where I'm at. But it's certainly a pleasure and an honor to serve as the National FFA president this year.
I have to ask you, when did you first start thinking about running for national office?
Well, I think that when I was able to take a little bit of time away after I served as a state FFA officer in Florida and really reflect on my career in the FFA organization, I was able to see that I was truly passionate about working with students on a daily basis and making sure that the opportunities that those students had were still available in the future. And so I found that national office was a great way to ensure that that happened in the future.
And tell me about your activities in Florida at the moment and where you grew up.
Yes, sir. I'm originally from Madison, Florida, which is about an hour east of Tallahassee, and I lived on about a 140-acre commercial cattle farm, and so I have a farm background, and I was also able to produce some market swine, and through that, I was able to kind of get involved in agricultural education, and so I'm actually at the University of Florida now, majoring in agricultural education and communication.
Ultimately want to do what?
Ultimately, I would love to be a high school agriculture teacher and just to be able to work with students on a daily basis and provide them with opportunities just like I've been able to experience in the FFA organization over my time.
One of the things I'm hearing from you and the other officers and a lot of FFA members here, Clay, is the desire to become a teacher. And that's encouraging because we don't have enough teachers today, do we?
No, sir. In fact, in agricultural education, it's one of the major issues that we face today. And I believe that in agricultural education, if we continue to get qualified teachers in those positions, we can ensure that we're feeding the world population that's going to continue to grow and that we're preparing our students for career skills that they're going to need in the future. And so agricultural education is an absolutely important career, and I think that individuals are starting to see that, much like my teammates and I have.
And again, how many advisors do you have in FFA?
Just one, and much like Wiley, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. My dad was my agriculture teacher, Mr. Ed Sapp, and he's played a large role in my life.
Oh, parents have to be so proud of you and all of the other national officer team. And as I watched you come up on stage and get over the emotional part of it, I thought, yeah, they know each other, but you are really going to know each other a year from now, aren't you?
Yes, sir, absolutely. We'll travel all across the world, and we'll be able to experience giving students opportunities to improve their leadership skills, to grow as individuals, and to be successful in their future careers. And so through those opportunities, I know that my teammates and I will bond. We will create some things that we will remember for the rest of our lives. And at the end of the year, when we walk off that stage like the team did this year, we will be 6 of the best friends that you could ask for.
Mr. President, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Clay Sapp, ladies and gentlemen, the new national president of the National FFA organization. And what a day it has been. Well, what a week it has been, really, for the 41 candidates and now the 6 newly elected National FFA officer team. What a week it has been for us and my colleagues, former FFA officers who have been part of my family. We want to thank the sponsors. We want to thank FFA. We want to thank RFD TV. And we hope that you have enjoyed our live gavel-to-gavel coverage of the National FFA Convention. For the final time, Orion Samuelson saying so long from Indianapolis.